All right, we are back in the garden. Remember last week when Lorene was here from Mill Creek Garden? I want you to know I went home. I was so inspired. The weather turned nice. I was like, I'm going to do everything she said. So now we're talking about, you know what? The weather will be nicer and nicer, we hope. Let's get the things ready. Let's get our shrubs, our trees, our soil, all that stuff ready.
It's time. Right now we're here in the garden, and I want to tell you about these great pruning tools. Get you some sharp tools. Take care of them. Don't leave them out in the rain and the weather. Get you a nice basket or a box or something to put them in. I'd like to show you how to do pruning on a rose bush right here. Okay. You want to prune the dead away, the branches that are going in different crossing ways. Like this one here would be brown and dead. Be careful on roses because they're going to get you. You also want to take the height down to maybe 15 to 24 inches. This one here's crossing over. I'm going to go ahead and take it back to here. We've got some other crossing branches. I'm taking it clear to the bottom so that I have a more hollowed out center on this rose. That's a big one.
Can I ask you a question? Now look, if we can see the difference in the bark right there.
That's aged bark, and this is young. That's
okay.
Old, this is young. See how this is starting to branch out there? I'm going to go ahead and prune that one right there. I'm going to take that one right there. This one's through the center. I'm going to take the whole thing out on that one to center that out.
You're just giving it a nice haircut right now.
Right here, I either need to take this one or this one. I have to decide which one. I'm actually going to take the smaller one. I'm going to leave the bigger one, and I'm going to take off these other two. Okay, moving over here to the grasses. This grass should have been cut back a long time ago before it started to come out. So I want to show you how you can take the grasses and do it quickly. You just give it a nice pruning.
That's why you said something sharp. Yes.
Absolutely. These are Bergen & Ball from England. They're wonderful tools. This one here is if you need to do something that you need it to be taller for. This is a telescoping. You can make the handles longer. This is a fabulous tool.
Is that for like trees?
For trees and for shrubs that you can't reach. You want to take that one there, the Fiskars here. This one here is for someone who can't bend down and you need to do some pruning. So what you're going to do is work that right there.
Check that out. Look at that.
Isn't that awesome pruning?
That's so cool.
Okay, let's go ahead and look at this tree for a quick moment here.
Okay.
I'll give this back to you.
Okay, you go ahead.
This tree here, this is a Japanese maple. What we want to do is thin some of the branches and take the crossing branches out. So that, see, there's these two here are really close together. We're going to remove one of those. So take a look, and before you start pruning and hacking away, take a look and see what you want that tree to look like.
Okay, but if we start pruning and we kind of go crazy on it, will it be okay?
It is okay. Don't prune more than 30% off at any one time. Okay. That's probably rule of thumb. Okay, we also have some fabulous garden tools here. Here's another small pair of for children or even ladies who have smaller hands that you can get your hand around that. Okay. What we're also going to do is talk about fertilizing your trees and shrubs. Here's some great Dr. Earth fruit tree fertilizer right here for your edibles. This one here is for acid-loving plants, your rhododendrons and your azaleas. We also have tree spikes. And then there's lots of spring color here for getting the flowers going. And it's really exciting. We have creeping phlox, erebus, abretia are also great spring bloomers. And there's the yellow basket of gold. Also, pansies are great to put in the ground right now. And on pansies, you want to be fertilizing with the blood meal. That's an organic source of nitrogen. It gives you more blossoms and they're larger. So,
are you putting that blood meal in the soil before, or are you putting it in around the plant after?
Either way, because if you already have them in the ground and haven't used it, or it's time to use it again, you can sprinkle it on after and water it in.
Okay, so what we're talking about is getting things ready. Don't jump the gun and throw that in there. Throw the pretty flowers in first. You want to make sure that we get all the other stuff cleaned up and get it ready. Now, we have a question. Of course, we do this every week. Yes. So the question of the week is, the soil in my vegetable garden needs to be improved. What is a good soil amendment to add to my garden?
That is a great question. This Harvest Supreme here has manure in it and other great organic matter. It also has the beneficial mycorrhiza, which is the highway system between the soil and the plants. If you'll put this beautiful dark soil compost in your garden, that will grow some great edibles for you.
And they need to till it in, right?
Wherever, if you can till it in, great. If you just have a smaller garden or don't have a tiller, you put it right where you plant. You can take these little starts right here. These happen to be some little radish starts. You can take and mix it in the soil right where you're going to plant those.
That's such, I love the advice. Now, if you're like me, I am, again, going to go home, Lorene, and go, I'm all inspired from Mill Creek Garden. So we will have all this information on our own website, abc4.com/goodthingsutah. Mill Creek Garden will have the info. If you want to go see Lorene this weekend, come on on out. They can ask you questions in person, right?
You know, we've been in business since 1955. It's a family business, and we have extended family to those who love to garden. And we have lots of great information there, and we study up on it. And so you come in with your questions. We'd love to help you.
And you like people to Facebook you with questions is right?
Absolutely. We are ready with that, too.
That's how we do it. So glad to have you back, Lorene. Thanks so much.